Welcome to the channel. Today we will discuss China's recent military exercises around Taiwan and analyze whether Taiwan's new leader could be the last. From May 23 to 24, Chinese troops conducted a major exercise, United Sword 2024A, around Taiwan. This is a serious warning to the island's separatist forces and outside players interfering in the situation. Many wonder whether Beijing will dare to militarily annex Taiwan and whether war is inevitable. In our opinion, Beijing is taking gradual steps in this direction, but a direct military conflict is unlikely in the near future. The lack of mention of peaceful unification in the annual report during the two sessions this year may mean an increased likelihood of a military scenario. Since Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan in August 2022, Beijing has conducted 4 series of drills around the island, bringing its warplanes closer each time. We said at the time that China should thank Pelosi for the rare opportunity to lay siege to Taiwan. Since then, the PLA Air Force has conducted regular drills off Taiwan's coast, and the U.S. Navy has patrolled the surrounding waters. For decades, Taiwan believed that the Taiwan Strait was divided by a median line, but China has never recognized this theoretical median line, or the Davis Line, drawn in 1955 by U.S. Air Force General Benjamin Davis along the center of the strait. Although the U.S. insisted on maintaining the status quo, Beijing crossed this notional boundary when Pelosi visited Taiwan in August 2022. On the map published by the PRC, the line of 9 dashes in the South China Sea became the line of 10 dashes, one stroke added from the east of Taiwan. This line also includes the Taiwan Strait, China's main maritime border with the United States. For many years after the loss of mainland China, the Kuomintang, which ruled Taiwan, considered not only the mainland but even independent Mongolia to be China's territories. When Li Denghui came to power in the 1990s, he started a movement for the island's independence. Since then, Taiwan has tried to avoid the term Republic of China, saying simply Taiwan. The word Taiwanese, formerly referring to residents of China's island province, is increasingly used by separatists to refer to a separate nationality. On May 20, 2024, the new leader Lai Ching-te declared that the Republic of China Taiwan is a sovereign state. He has gone further than his predecessor Tsai Ing-wen on the road to independence, even though 2/3 of the population voted against him in the election. Lai believes Taiwan deserves more support from the US than Ukraine, and Washington has already begun to show this support. On May 8, 2024, the US sent its obsolete guided missile destroyer USS Halsey through the Taiwan Strait, officially to ensure freedom of navigation. In March, the US John Finn crossed the strait, and in April, the P-8, a Poseidon patrol aircraft, flew over notional international space. Although the Taiwan Strait is 10,000 miles from America, the Pentagon considers it the backyard of the United States, not China, and regularly sends its rusty ships there to show support for Taiwanese separatists. The new Taiwanese leader seems much more confident in the U.S. willingness to sacrifice soldiers' lives for the island's security than the Ukrainian president. Independence advocates hope Beijing will give Taiwan 90 days to repel an attack before U.S. troops arrive across the Pacific. But China, having learned from Russia's mistakes in Ukraine, is unlikely to allow Taiwan to drag out the conflict longer than 90 hours. China's recent drills have drawn elite land, naval, air and missile forces, encircling Taiwan from all directions from which foreign forces might arrive. Beijing called the maneuvers punishment against Lai Ching-te for his separatist tendencies and desire to tear the island away from the mainland. On May 20, Lai said Taipei and Beijing do not obey each other, implying that the mainland and the island are different countries. Following the exercise, which Lai called a blatant provocation, the U.S. State Department expressed deep concern, and the Navy urgently withdrew 2 aircraft carriers from the danger zone to avoid misunderstandings and miscalculations. Unlike Washington, Beijing has military capabilities near the island. During the exercise, PLA planes approached Taiwan just 10 miles off the coast. In the event of war, they could fly to the leader's residence in less than 5 minutes. In the Western Pacific, the PRC Army is overwhelmingly superior to any other force, including the US and Japan. PLA missiles are capable of hitting any target in the straits, and the South China Sea. It's hard to imagine the US sending its soldiers 10,000 miles across the ocean for Taiwan's democracy and sovereignty. Some believe that Washington may go to war to stop China's growth in economy and technology. But I don't believe that. Since World War II, the US has not won victories over major powers. Washington is unlikely to risk a war with a nuclear power the size of China for a disputed region that the whole world recognizes as part of the PRC. The ruined roads, bridges, and rusty ships of the United States look more like a third power than a superpower. The US economy is like a bubble based on borrowed money. A war with China would mean mutual destruction. If the PRC could bomb New York and Los Angeles, Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong would also be wiped out. Few American politicians are willing to sacrifice the country's future for Taiwan. Back in 2008, former President Obama realized this. Beijing, Taipei, and Washington are well aware that there is little the US can do to protect the island. That is why the PLA is acting with increasing determination. The May 23-24 exercise showed pro-independence advocates that in the event of war, everything will be decided in days, not weeks. It is not known whether Lai Ching-te will become Taiwan's last leader and whether there will be new elections there in a few years. But what is clear is that Beijing will not wait another decade to reunite with the island. 2 years ago, a high-speed railroad from Beijing to Taipei appeared on Baidu Maps, labeled as under construction with China-Taiwan border indicated. This means that the reunification process has already begun and will accelerate soon. 3 years ago, I predicted that Xi Jinping would unify Taiwan under his rule, and that statement still holds true today. Thank you for watching the video. Put likes, subscribe to the channel, and all the best to you.